Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are going to dive into a really powerful way to think about and overcome that deep, nagging insecurity that so many of us feel. It's all drawn from Adam Lane Smith's fantastic book, Slaying Your Fear. Let's jump right in. Does this sound familiar? That little voice in the back of your head, that deep-seated doubt that the people in your life are just, putting up with you? The book kicks off with this exact feeling, a feeling that honestly plagues countless people who, from the outside, might look like they have it all together. To help us really grasp what living with this is like, Smith gives us this amazing metaphor. It's not just about being worried sometimes. Nope. It's about a fundamental instability. Like the very foundation of your life is constantly shaking. Okay, so let's get into that. What does it actually feel like to live inside this shaky house? Let's break down what that experience is really like day to day. Just imagine that for a second. Every single moment is buzzing with this low-level anxiety. Every relationship, every project at work, even a simple family dinner feels fragile, like it could just shatter. You're always waiting for the other shoe to drop, completely convinced that one wrong move is going to bring the whole thing crashing down. It is absolutely exhausting. So where in the world does this constant earthquake even come from? Well, the book argues that at its core, insecurity isn't really about confidence or self-esteem, not in the way we usually talk about it. It's a problem with something much, much deeper: attachment. Attachment, that's the bedrock, right? It's the foundation for all of our relationships. It's our built-in, gut-level expectation of whether we can trust people to be there for us, to have our backs, and, most importantly, to not just up and leave us. And this right here, this slide, really boils it all down to one massive difference. If you've got healthy attachment, love is the default setting. It's just there. But with unhealthy attachment, love is a transaction. It's something you have to constantly earn, and any little mistake feels like it could bankrupt you and get you fired from the relationship. According to the source, this is the fundamental question our brains are trying to answer when we're little, and the answer we land on based on all those early experiences basically sets the entire course for how we're going to approach every single relationship for the rest of our lives. Now, a child's brain can't possibly understand the grown-up reasons behind these events. It just sees the result. The people who are supposed to love me unconditionally are gone, or they're distant, or they aren't safe. So the child does the only thing it can. It internalizes it and concludes, there must be something fundamentally wrong with me. And that creates what the book calls an attachment wound. Okay, so how does all that childhood stuff actually play out in our adult lives? Well, these early wounds totally change how we handle relationships, which the book breaks down into two really useful levels: the fluff and the framework. You see, healthy relationships are built on that stone framework, the real talk, the explicit negotiation of needs. But for someone with these attachment wounds, that framework is absolutely terrifying. So they pour all of their energy into managing the fluff, the surface level emotions. They try to keep everybody happy all the time, just to avoid ever having to touch that scary foundation underneath. And this just nails the core fear, doesn't it? For an insecure person, saying, hey, I need this from you, isn't just a simple request. No, it feels like you're revealing that secret, unlovable part of yourself you're always trying to hide. It feels like you're handing them the exact reason they need to finally say, you know what, you're not worth it, and walk away for good. This whole strategy of avoidance, it's a complete disaster. You end up becoming a doormat because you're terrified to say no. Your own needs are never met, but they don't just vanish. Instead, you try to get them met through hints and little transactions, which leads to this simmering resentment when people, of course, failed to read your mind. And eventually that resentment just boils over. Okay, so that's the problem. And yeah, it feels pretty bleak. But here is the really good news. The book gives us a clear roadmap out of that earthquake. It offers a toolkit, a way to demolish that shaky house and build a brand new, solid foundation. And what's great is that these are all things you can actually do. First, you create this objective roadmap for self-respect. It's brilliant. Second, you completely change your goal from trying to control outcomes, like forcing a perfect date, to just investing in the growth of the people around you, including yourself. And third, and this is huge, you learn a brand new way to talk about that terrifying framework. This simple script, it might not look like much, but it is a total game changer. That first part, I really need, is vulnerable. It's direct. But the second part, what's it going to take, that transforms everything. You're not begging anymore. You are opening a negotiation. You're offering a fair trade. And you're assuming the other person actually wants to help you and is willing to find a way. Now, once you start rebuilding your own foundation, the book encourages you to zoom out, way out, and think about the ripple effect you have on the world. This is about finding a purpose that is so much bigger than just your own comfort. I mean, really think about that. All the stuff we buy, all the awards we win for ourselves, they don't last. What echoes into the future, what truly survives, is how we change the lives of the people we connected with. That is our real legacy. And if you think that's just a nice idea, get this. This number is just staggering. Based on a super simple model, you have 3 kids, they each have 3 kids, and so on. Your choices today, right now, how you communicate, how you love, how you heal your own wounds, will directly shape the lives of 240 people over the next century. Wow, that really makes this work feel incredibly urgent, doesn't it? So what it all comes down to is a choice. You have a choice. By healing your own attachment wounds, by learning these skills, you create a unified legacy. You pass on health and confidence and the tools people need to connect. The alternative is to pass on the damage, creating a fractured legacy of people who just continue that same cycle of pain. And that's the ultimate question the book leaves us with. This work, this slaying your fear, it isn't just for you. It's for those 240 people in your future and for the world that they're going to go out and create. Thank you so much for joining us on The Explainer.